Hello, I'm gonna tell you about an African American woman that changed the world of science. Have you ever heard of a woman whose cells never die? That woman was Henrietta Lacks. Her cells, called HeLa cells, help scientists make life-saving discoveries all over the world. This is her story. Henrietta Lacks was an African American woman born on August 1, 1920, in Roanoke, Virginia. She grew up working on a tobacco farm and later moved to Baltimore, Maryland, with her family. She was a mother of 5, living a normal life, until something happened that would make her name live forever. In 1951, Henrietta went to Johns Hopkins Hospital because she had a terrible stomach pain. Doctors discovered she had cervical cancer. During her treatment, doctors took a tiny sample of her cancer cells without asking her or her family for permission, which sadly was common at the time for black patients. When scientists studied her cells, they made an amazing discovery: Henrietta's cells didn't die. Most cells die quickly in a lab, but hers kept growing and dividing. They were called HeLa cells, from the first 2 letters of her first and last name. Why her cells were so special? No other person's cells had ever done what Henrietta's cells did. Most human cells only live a few days outside the body, but Henrietta's cells kept dividing again and again. Her cancer cells were extremely strong and fast-growing, which made them immortal in a lab. Even today, scientists all over the world still use HeLa cells, which are copies of her original cells from 1951. This is why no one else's cells are like hers. Henrietta Lacks' cells were the first immortal human cells in history. How HeLa cells changed the world. Discovery, medical breakthrough: how HeLa cells helped. Polio vaccine, 1950s. Scientists tested the vaccine on HeLa cells before giving it to people, helping stop polio. Cancer research: HeLa cells help doctors learn how cancer grows and how to treat it. Virus studies, like HIV, HPV, COVID-19, HeLa cells were used to see how viruses infect human cells and how to stop them. Genetics and DNA research: HeLa cells help scientists understand how our genes work and discover things like chromosomes. Space research: HeLa cells were sent to space to see how human cells react in zero gravity. Testing medicines and treatments: scientists tested new drugs and treatments on HeLa cells first to make them safer for humans. Cloning and gene mapping: HeLa cells help scientists learn to copy cells and study how genes are passed down. Vaccine development for other diseases: HeLa cells helped in vaccines for measles, mumps, Ebola, and more. Here are some fun facts. Fun facts about Henrietta Lacks and HeLa cells. HeLa cells are immortal. They have been alive and growing since 1951. Her cells have traveled the world, and even to space. Scientists studied them to see how human cells react to zero gravity. HeLa cells helped create the polio vaccine. Millions of lives were saved thanks to research with her cells. Her cells are still used today. More than 70,000 scientific studies have used HeLa cells. Henrietta's family didn't know for decades. They only learned about the cells in the 1970s. HeLa cells help with COVID-19 research. Scientists used them to test vaccines and treatments. One woman changed the future of medicine. Without Henrietta Lacks, many medical discoveries might not exist today. Henrietta Lacks' life may have ended in 1951, but her cells are still alive, helping doctors and scientists save lives. Her story reminds us of the importance of respecting patients and their families, and it shows how one woman's cells helped change the future of medicine for the entire world.